Hey, welcome back. I have a video that's something that's been a little bit on my mind, but something I didn't really jump out to do for a while. And I feel like I need to be a little careful with this video, but at the same time, it's something that is a part of our community. And this is a video that's just looking at my knives in my collection that I like that are from China. And what I realized as I was going through my collection, there are almost no knives that are not here that are made in China. And the reason for me is that if it's not really, really good, I don't get excited about it. Like, this is really, really good made in the USA. This is the VC Edge interface. And it's just a double positive for me. It's made in the USA. It's, small batch, very rare. Most of these you can get fairly readily, aside from maybe this like Urban EDC F5.5 are somewhat limited. The Exos are somewhat limited. The Grambo Russ is pretty limited. The Factor, the SBD, the Raptor. I mean, generally, most of these you could get just off a website at any time, except for some exceptions. Actually, now I'm realizing about half of these are drop-based, but that sort of speaks to what generally I gravitate towards, which are really, they have to be really good. If they're made in China for me, they have to be quality wise, just on par with what's made in the US for the most part, and or the value has to be radically good, like the CGRB Pyrite. Anyways, these are the ones that I've decided to keep, and I'm going to go through them and talk about what I like about them and see what you think. So we'll start up here. This one is a very limited version of the, and sorry for the cut on the hand, was helping the kid out get something from under the couch and it landed on my hand. The Brian Brown Knives Raptor, and this one was, it just slipped my mind, Fanatic Edge Custom. I think they only did a handful like this, but it's beautiful. It's got some really cool anno hardware here and there. This one came to me, I think like on a trade or something. I can't remember how I ended up with it, but anyways, it's a really nice one, and I had to decide what I wanted to keep, and I let go of the Thor Damasteel Raptor that I had. That was also really nice, but the quality on this, I think it's made in Riyadh in China, is just really good, on par with other knives. It's obviously a US designer, but really a high quality knife there that's well done. The next one here is the Sharp by Design Mini Tempest, super high quality knife, front flipper in this case. You can kind of get your finger in there and reverse flick it too. But man, really just a beautiful, beautiful finish. I think these are also Riyadh seamless here where the carbon fiber inlay sits into the knife. And one that is just an example of how amazing the quality can be coming out of China right now. These are really impressive. I should throw out some prices. I think these went for around, regular Raptors were around $365. This one's probably a little more because it's customized out. And then similar here, $375. The next one here is the Factor from Winter Blade. This was his first real production knife. You can hear a little ting there. Super cool, uses magnets, very creative. Awesome knife. And around, again, $375 MSRP. Those were done in Best Tech. Also from Best Tech, here is the Grambo Russ. Just missed it a couple times there, but not to judge the knife itself. That was totally user-based. Really nice, big, full-size knife with cool milling on here. See-through pivots. Only about 300 of these were made. Very high quality, great action. And just a really nice design that, again, exemplifies what's possible coming out of China. The Riyadh Exo, obviously self-explanatory as to where this was made. This particular one is a very limited variant, serial number 10, I think of 10 that were made, if I recall correctly, in this configuration with the double edge, serrated, and the flamed titanium body there. The Exos are very cool. They're all serialized and just really neat, neat variants, neat knives. And with the XOM coming out, they've kind of picked up some steam again lately, but that's a really nice one. It's the only one I have right now. I'm hoping to get more Zircotai versions in the upcoming one from Crane Cutlery, upcoming drop. This here is the Liang Ma Field Duty EDC. Nice little Elmax blade. This was also made, I believe, by Riet. I know his new ones are, and I believe this one was too, but a decent quality knife. Just a good all-around feel to it. Good performance for being a tie frame lock for the most part, and just a good knife. It's nothing like, I'd say this one would be towards the lower end value-wise for me. I think these were also over 300 new, 300, 350 or something like that new. So that was sort of the most expensive lineup over here. Here's the middle of the road, and then here's the cheap ones over here. This is the Devo Stout. Amazing drop shutty action. I've upgraded this one with some Devo branded scales, which I think makes it look really nice, all murdered out. Put the Devo upgraded pivot, which was included with it in there. 20 CV blade steel, just a really nice example again of what's possible. This one was done OEM by QSP, but really good example of a high quality knife. 200, what did he charge for that? $299, I think was MSRP out of Urban EDC or something like that. $289 if you got the micarta ones. With those additional things, I've got like $400 in that knife, but that's neither here nor there. It's a really nice knife, you know, for the money, etc. The Wii Vision R, Wii Snex Vision R uses the Snex Super Lock, I think it's called. Also very high quality, nice blade steel, nice action. I think these were about $275 or something like that new. But a really cool knife made by Wii Knives there. It's probably the nicest I've seen out of their factory. Urban EDC F5.5. These were done by Riet also, and really it shows for $239 MSRP. This thing is brilliant with fantastic action, and right up there, I'd say, with the Devo Stout. Also from Devo Knives, this is the Mash. Amazing action on this one. Oh, it's pretty drop shut now. It's starting to break in, and it's become pretty drop shut there. Not quite gravity drop shut, but pretty darn close. And this was only $129, $139, I think, $135 or something. They've got Run 2 coming out right now. Excited for those. 14C28N, so not as fancy on the blade steel, but for the price, one of the best action knives for the price, and just all around for like an EDC. I've got a buddy got me a pocket clip there for that. Wii Banter, made by Ben. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head. The former, I think, Knife Center guy, I think is where he was from. But man, this thing is amazing action. Also, another nice example from Wii Knives here. You know, I actually do have a couple other knives over on the side here. Let me take a look and make sure I didn't leave anything out that I think should be included. Now, I think I do have, now that I think about it, I've got 5 other made in China knives for sale, but that's why they're for sale. They don't belong in here. But yeah, that Wii Banter for 108 MSRP, S35 yen, very nice. This goes over into the budget, sub $100. Man, I wish they still made this, but this is the Civivi Badlands Vagabond, or Vagabond Badlands, I think it was called. Really cool hand-rubbed Damascus blade. Really nice woven carbon fiber handle. Just for, I think it was $89 MSRP. This is like one of the best value knives for a really nice looking knife, short of the pocket clip. That's probably the only thing that's not super nice on there. And then similarly, the Civivi Chevalier, another really nice example of what Civivi is capable of. Not quite as preferable to me in terms of the action and stuff as the Vagabond or the Pyrite from CGRB, but a really nice hand-rubbed Damascus blade, nice wooden handles on this thing, and certainly worth a mention for the money if you're into this. The one thing I don't like is this fuller just leaves a little something to be desired. You have to really find it. You know, maybe it's because I'm looking through the video right now, but it's not quite as intuitive for the action, but really a good example of what's possible. Again, good quality. CGRB Pyrite, just one of the best action knives that I have in my entire collection. And it costs $50. It's phenomenal in hand in this steel version. I've had it in other versions, and I highly recommend the steel version as the best of the bunch. but for $50, it's by far the best value knife I've ever purchased in terms of dollar for dollar, and it rivals much more expensive knives. I've frequently said this is a $100 to $200 feeling knife to me. At those price points, I wouldn't be excited about it, but that's what it feels like. This is the Kershaw Highball. I couldn't remember what the exact MSRP was, so I put it above the Kubi and below the Pirate, but I think MSRP might be like $59 or $69. I got it on sale for like $29, I think from Blade HQ, if I recall correctly. Just a really nice all-around knife with a nice little steel frame. And again, dollar for dollar, one of the best that I've handled. It's a little skinny, so it's better for small hands. That's the one thing I'll say about that knife. It's a little more awkward than all the others here. Kubi Momentum, dollar for dollar, right up there with the Pyrite. Amazing action. Just about drop shut there on the gravity side. This one's brand new, I think with a little break-in. It'll be as drop shut as my buddy's was. My buddy's was totally gravity drop shut. But just amazing action on this. You can deploy it so many different ways. A really nice front flipper here. You can even swing it open. Last I checked, you could kind of fling it open like that, which is kind of cool. So just a very, very nice knife. $39 MSRP on Amazon. Highly recommend this one. Can actually almost like flick it out by the knife without even using the thumb stud there, because of this nice little ridge that it has. But obviously if you put your finger on the thumb stud, no problem. So man, just amazing bearing action knife there. Just like honestly hard to understand. Every time I handle it, I'm like, is this thing got lockup? Because it's just so solid, but such good action. That one really blows my mind, honestly. So that's it. Those are kind of the three categories, the $300 to $500 range, mostly Riet, a little bit of Best Tech there. The about $100 to $300 range, made in QSP from Civivi, Riet, again, we use Civivi here. And then the sub $100 range, ranging from $39 up to $89 there, and made from mostly their own OEM in this case. So I don't know where Kershaw does theirs actually, but that one is definitely made in China. So that's it. Just, a bunch that are worth calling out. These are the ones that I've actually decided to keep. You're talking about 15 knives here that, are made in, oh, I'm sorry, I said 15. It's actually what, 16 knives that are made in China. That I just feel are really great knives and worth it, even as a collector of very high-end knives that are in the $1,000, $2,000 plus range, in some cases $3,000 plus range. I feel like these knives have a place in my collection as well, and it costs a lot less to have those in my collection, so that's fun too. I'd say total cost here, talking about maybe $2,000 to $3,000 if I had to guess. What's the, about 1,000? Yeah, about 2,000, maybe 3,000 bucks at the most for 16 knives. Whereas if you're collecting US made, very high-end knives, 16 knives could cost you, $16,000 to $40,000, $50,000 if you had really high-end ones. So yeah, food for thought. Wanted to throw these out there as ones that really stood out to me as high quality knives that are, worthy, I think, of being in a high-end collection, and just knives that are done really well from a value perspective. So hope you enjoyed that. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.